What's up, friends? It's Voch Lombardi here. I have a dry erase marker board and my marker with me today. I wanted to just draw up a little bit of football to explain one of my stances. First of all, shouts out to Holmes. But I remember, you know, when I used to have conversations with him, because I always go on his show and smoke him in debates and whatnot. He's of the opinion that he wants a big, heavy trash can full of dirt type of guy. Now, since then, he's added a trash can full of dirt with wheels, you know, but I think the damage is done already. You know, like I see a lot of fans that, you know, that heard him say that, and now they're wishing for a big, heavy fire hydrant type one tech D tackle for the Cowboys to, you know, plug in or whatever. And I've always been of the opinion that those D linemen do not exist anymore, that they're going extinct. And I'm here to basically draw up why they don't exist anymore, right? So, and this will be a Cowboy based video, but if you're watching this, you're not a Cowboys fan, you can still learn something from it. So why don't big, heavy, trash can full of dirt, Tony Saragusa one techs exist anymore, right? We're just gonna call the tight end is gonna be this side, so we're gonna have our one tech right there, right? Why don't these guys exist anymore, right? Well, back in the day, football used to be played on a bubble. Football used to be played there, right? So if I got 4 and I got 21, then we used to run gap runs. Well, pardon me, we used to run gap runs or whatever, and that's where big, heavy trash can full of dirt guys were valuable, you know what I mean? Because, you know, if I choose to run I mean, whether it be this gap, that gap, I mean, just those options or whatever, it's like we're running to the one tech. If you're a big, heavy trash can full of dirt guy, you're hoping for us to run directly to you. However, those guys don't exist anymore because offenses are changing. Offenses do what we call zone read offenses now. So we got Dak here and we got Zeke there. Zeke can go into any of these gaps, right? And if Zeke is running and this one tech has destroyed this left guard here, Zeke ain't gotta go this gap. Zeke can take that thing wide and go there. He can, you know, find Zach Martin and see whose ass he's whooping, and Zeke can go B gap, right? Zeke doesn't have to go into this part of dangerous land. And if you're a big, heavy trash can full of dirt one tech that can't move, then you're kind of a fish out of water right here, right? Now, what if you're an athletic one tech? What if you're think about what the Cowboys do, right? Antoine Woods can move around a little bit. We sometimes put Malik Collins at one tech. He's a true 3 tech, but sometimes we put him at one tech because he can move. Think about David Irvin, who's a damn action figure in terms of what we're looking for in one techs. We're looking for guys that can be strong and powerful, then can move around a little bit. One techs and 3 techs are kind of interchangeable, but you kind of want your ones to be a little more stronger there, right? If I'm a one tech that can run a little bit, if Zeke does decide to bounce this thing to a front side B gap, I can bust ass and run with him. You know what I mean? If I'm a trash can full of dirt, I can't move. I'm just stuck right there. You know what I'm saying? So there are plenty of reasons why these big, heavy one techs don't exist anymore. Let's go another reason why, right? Let's go another reason. Let's say boom, 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 boom. Let's say we're passing the ball and you're a big heavy trash can full of dirt. Well, you're either gonna have to come off the field for a better pass rusher, or you're just not gonna get pressure on the quarterback. In brand new National Football League fashion, we're getting rid of the ball quicker. So you could probably get a little push in this A gap here. You could probably get some push there, but the ball's gone. Plus, if you're a big, slow trash can full of dirt guy, if you do, in fact, penetrate here, we got more and more mobile quarterbacks nowadays to where they can just get out and you won't even be a factor. The Cowboys like to roll Dak out sometimes, right? If you're a big trash can full of dirt type of guy, we go boom, 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 right? And Zeke moves to front side and he turns to like a lead blocker or something like that, and Dak rolls out. If you're a one tech and you back here and you a trash can full of dirt, you have no effect on this play, right? Now if you're David Irving, if you're an athletic one tech, hell, even if you're Vita Vea, if you're a guy that can run, if you're a Danny Shelton, like one of these zeros that can move a little bit, like a Dexter Lawrence type of guy, then you have a better fight. You have a better chance of living if Dak Prescott rolls out, opposed to a you know, like a 350-pound I can't move type of guy. Those guys don't exist anymore.
YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute.
Let's get into another thing here. Let's go boom, 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 boom. I love drawing up football, in case y'all didn't know. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like to teach X's and O's and, you know, like scheme and stuff like that. Let's take a look at here. The Rams did this to us in the playoffs, right? So what we'll do is we'll have the strength start here, tight end there, which is the only reason why the 1 is there and the 3 tech is here. If the tight end was over there, then the 3 will be there and the 1 will be there. So we're gonna put a tight end to this side. So we put the Rams put the tight end here to shift the front, to move this tackle from this gap to this gap, from B to A gap, right? What they'll do is they'll put the tight end here, and this is Goff and whoever the hell's on this side. It could be a running back, it could be a guy in motion or whatever, right? It could be a guy in motion. What they did was they'll put us in this situation. If you're somebody that can't get out of this move here, all you need is a horse at left tackle to seal that end up. Then we got full motion going around. Now, if you're David Irving, if you're a super athletic one tech, then you can fight, boom, and you can get into the front the front hip pocket of this guard, and you can probably make a better impact on this play here. But if you're a trash can full of dirt, all my horse got to do is seal your end, and we got all kinds of room to run up there. You know what I'm saying? Schematically, big nasty one techs don't work anymore, because football nowadays, we're utilizing every piece of the field that we can. And if there's anybody on your defense that can't move at all, then we're gonna take advantage of it and make them look silly out there. That's just me as a former offensive guy talking to you. I'm letting you know how we're planning against you. Shit, what else can we do? How else can we take advantage of big super fat defensive tackles, these big super fat one techs that can't move? Well, if you're at nose right here, I can run all the screens I want all day. If I'm Dak Prescott and we got let's not even say Zeke on a slow screen, let's say we got Cooper on like a tunnel situation, right? We got Cooper up and we got Coop going back this way. We got a chop block here, corner, it might be a safety or something, linebacker clean up, and Cooper's gonna catch the ball there and turn upfield. If you're a one tech and you're super slow, you have no impact on that play. Now, for my XD linemen in the chat box or comment section, for my football guys, if you're a one tech and you run free, you're taught to replace your football football, replace your steps and get back into play. If you're a big 350-pound one tech that can't move, there's not enough moving that can prepare you for that. I've run 5 or 6 plays in my head right now just thinking about getting my ball carrier in space and really taking advantage of a D lineman that can't move. Now, if this is David Irving, I keep saying David Irving because he's a fantastic example of a one tech that can get upfield, bust a lot of ass, and can move, right? If this is David Irving, and he sees this, he can either pursue the quarterback quicker, or he can have enough athleticism to drop back and try to, you know, put a little bit of turbulence on Cooper catching the ball, or to just clog that thing up a little bit. It's a lot of different things we can do, man. We can, hell, it's easier to trap one techs, right? If we go boom, 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 put a little more color on that, I apologize, boom, and we got a one tech there, and we're trapping him. We're just, I don't know, we might be, let's see what we'll do. We'll go boom, linebacker, some up here, and say we might be pulling this backside tackle to trap the nose, right? If this is a super fast nose and he jolts upfield, then this tackle may not be able to get to him, right? But if it's a trash can full of dirt and he's moving slower, then Leo Collins has, like, he has a lot more time. He has a lot more of a, like, he has a better rhythm to getting there, right? Like, your slow ass getting to this point, it'll time up perfectly with my right tackle getting to this point. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot more ways to expose slow D linemen. If you can help it, you don't want anybody on your defense to be slow. If you can help it. You know what I'm saying? Now look, man, if this was the good old days, bro, boom, boom, boom. Like you say Tony Saragusa, but he was a zero. Tony was playing right there. If this was the good old days, man, and Tony was right here blowing all 3 of these people up, and it was a A-gap run, then that makes a little sense. That makes a little sense to me. But the game is played a lot more laterally now. You know what I'm saying? We get to use all this space. We get to do all this type of stuff. Football is so innovative now. We're putting guys in motion now. You know, football is so innovative to where if we find any weakness in you, you can be compromised. And me as a Cowboys fan, I don't want my defense anywhere to be compromised, even if it's some big fat kid in the middle that can't run, because I know a professional will definitely find a way to you know, super expose that. And I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a YouTuber, former coach, former player, or whatever. And I just showed you, what, 6 ways to expose a trash can full of dirt D lineman? What, 7 ways? You know, just imagine one of these football geniuses coming out here doing it. Even though I think I'm a football genius. Hey man, that's all I got for you, man. Like this video, comment, subscribe. If you want more X's and O's, dry erase board, football knowledge type stuff like this, hit me up, let me know. And I'll try to get some more stuff out to you. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Don't forget about the Patreon. Thank y'all for supporting my merch. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey is free.